What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
I wanna take a quick detour to like try to hammer out Jund Saga with the ring, and then maybe like the Thopter Foundry too. Trying to find my like old Jund Saga lists. I think they're under DMU. I was playing a lot of Jund Saga back then. Okay, and then like I was already like kind of interested in playing Power Conduit in the shell. I cut a land. I didn't mean to cut a land. Did anybody see what land it was? It doesn't look like a really important one. We'll build both, but like again, the being more in on Power Conduit is pretty interesting. Also, I think that sorry, this is the ring we opened earlier. The 5 rings. I really want Tarmogoyf if I'm going to play the Manifold Key. For unblockable Tarmogoyfs. I want the Shadowspear, which are not cards you always want. But with the Life Loss Ring, I think you really want the Shadowspear. It would also be really nice to play Bowmaster. Main deck Mite. Oh, it's gonna be tough to main deck the Mite, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think Bobble over Dusk is good too. I think Nihil Spellbomb in the main is really good at the moment as well. Can also play a Springleaf Drum. I think with Orcish Bowmasters, actually. With Bowmasters, I think Springleaf makes a lot of sense. Y'all, I kind of feel like I want to cut the Ragavans. IOK is still necessary. We go down in IOK. So, no, let's just cut the Fables. We'll just play 1 cap Power Conduit and cut the Fables. And then I think 4 Lightning Bolts. 1 push, probably. Ragavan 1. Yeah. Yeah, I know Monkey's boring. I think you do need it. And I'm kind of resistant to Springleaf Drum, but I think it's either 24 lands and like no drum, or 23 lands and the drum. And I think you do want at least 4 Saga targets. I kind of would like a 5th with the... I guess we only have 1 Power Conduit, so that's probably not that big a deal. Needle and Haywire main. Well, I don't want to main deck Needle if I'm playing One Ring. That's, I think, kind of silly. Main deck Mite is okay. Mite over Drum? I feel like I like the Drum with the Bowmasters, y'all. Spatial Souls, Grief Fury. I mean, you're just suggesting playing Scam, which is maybe fine. We could play a Mite over the IOK. I don't love the Mite in the main. I think just sideboarding the Mites is fine. Yeah, I definitely am lower on Monkey here. It could be right to play Fable over Monkey, to be honest, but Fable can be kind of awkward with Saga sometimes, like with your you're wanting to make a Saga token turn 3. Do we need the Proving Ground? Yeah, so I think I probably don't want the Dins with the rings. I also did accidentally cut a land. Did I cut the second Blood Crypt? I think I cut the second Blood Crypt. Yeah. So let's get that back in there. And then we could play one more utility land. So Kinzon could be okay because it enters untapped, and our mana requirements are pretty easy. It's like okay with Wrenn. That's not very good though. I play Saga, Mite is definitely main boardable. It is main boardable, but like it's not mandatory main boardable. It's like it's also like the kind of card that you end up feeling really smart with when you main deck it, and like it's kind of can be an easy trap to fall into. But there are a lot of matchups where it's like pretty dead, including like Rhinos and Creativity. I mean, not super dead, not completely dead against Creativity. We'll have to look at it a bit more. Peatland, I think that the Life Loss land, you want to keep your no Life Loss lands because of the 4 rings. I don't think you want to main deck second Boseiju. 8-stitcher combo with ring, not yet. Kind of looks a lot worse without Fable. I mean, you're still a 4 of Urza Saga, 4 of One Ring deck. I kind of just feel like the first Power Conduit is going to be good. Maybe not. Cast into the Fire has been insane on the board. I can't imagine that card's ever insane, but it's probably good, yeah. Let's just play second Wooded Foothills. Do you need a Conduit if you have Wrenn and no Fable? I mean, I just feel like in a deck with 4 Urza Saga, 4 One Rings, the first Power Conduit is just good. But maybe you draw it and it just doesn't do enough. I guess because you have Wrenn to recur your Sagas. Yeah, because you have Wrenn to recur the Sagas. So let's cut it. You're right. So now we could play second IOK in the main, second Haywire Mite. Y'all are out of your mind if you think I'm going to play Assassin's Trophy. 24th land. I really like being on 4 bolts. You can just like draw into the bolts and blast them. Oh, Master Pings too. We won a Fable. Just play the first Fable, I guess. No, I'm not gonna main deck the Haywire Mite, but that could change. This could change, but I'm just gonna start with them in the sideboard. And then I think I like 2 Mite, probably not the full 3 extra Boseiju. Some Boseiju's fine. I need to have like a lot of sideboard. Okay, first Pyrite Spellbomb for Hammer's good. Definitely want the first Needle. Chalice the Void makes us lose Gigantha. Go one ring. I just don't want tap lands with the rings in the deck. I'm just gonna play the extra fetch land. You think with 1 ring Saga deck should be playing a Needle main? Yeah, but like honestly, you should just be playing 4 rings instead of a Needle. Is the thing. Okay, so I want sideboard cards for Living End. We could be playing Void Mirrors. We could be playing Hearses. We have a main deck Nihil Spellbomb, which helps. So we need at least 1 Soul Guide Lantern to get around like Leyline of the Void. But what's the point of the 1 rings? This is the 1 ring is a broken magic card. It is the best card in Modern. I am kind of at that point. I'll play Moon. I think with Mites we don't need Moon. We could play 1 Moon. 2 Pyrite Bomb for Signifier. Yeah, the second Pyrite's okay. Although we could also, I guess we don't want to be playing Path of Peril. And a lot of times you do want to get the second Pyrite. That's true. Although we could be playing EE instead. Yeah, I'm down for EE. Over like just like 2 or 3 EEs and only 1 Pyrite Spellbomb. And then, are we really just like going in on Graveyard Hate against Living End? The first Void Mirror is like, I just don't like that it costs 2 mana, but I don't want to play 1 Chalice of the Void and lose Gigantha. Torpor Orb sucks. Don't put that card in your deck. Yeah, Voidwalker also you lose Gigantha. Yeah, we may need some Orvars too. I think I also want 3rd Terminate in the board for Murktide. That's something I typically want. Although maybe that's not good anymore because I have like the Bowmasters and the rings now. The stone that exiles creatures when they die. Good. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we'll just do like. Orvar is also like really nice with the ring. You just get to dig for it pretty hard. I think we'll just do 2 Orvar and then like go up to a playset of Nihil Spellbombs plus the Lantern. Just like a lot of these effects for the Living End matchup. You'll love Soul of Greengrace with a Ring for Life gain. I'm not gonna love playing 5/4 drops though. Is the problem. But I do love Soul of Windgrace. I am a Soul defender for sure. Could play it in the 4-color deck or then 5-color deck. No, I don't think you can play Halfling here. Maybe it'd be fine. We already have 1 Nihil Domain, so we're gonna go up to. Oh, so this is just we'll go up to 4 post board. I feel like losing Jag isn't that big a deal when you have rings. Yeah, but no card that's been suggested has been like worth losing Gigantha for. I think. You can't play Hidetsuga in your Saga deck. Just lose the Tron. No, we're a Wrenn and Six Boseiju Ragavan deck. We're okay against Tron. Traverse Shadow. I don't like it very much. Searching for Orvar is also kind of mediocre because like they know what to play around it. Things are Riveteer's Charm. I don't like it with Saga. I want to fit in 1 more Fable. 1 more Fable would be nice. I think I like at least 5 discard spells. Could be good to go up. I'm like still very in on like the 4th Thoughtseize before the first Inquisition, especially in the ring format. Alright, Mulligan. Shout out to the Springleaf Drum. Maybe it was a keep if it was a land. Keep this one though. Go back second Bowmasters or the Spellbomb. I feel like if this is open deck list, then I know to keep the Spellbomb, and if it's not open deck list, I know to put it back. So we'll just put it down here so we can get the Triome. Been playing Jund Saga for a while. This would be a list. You've sent me a list without 4 rings. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not playing a fair deck of Modern right now without 4 rings. I'll just switch Fable's ring. Sure, I see your comment now. Yeah, the Channeler tech I think is okay. I'm not sure how Channeler plays with ring in general. I think Assassin's Trophy is completely unplayable though. That is something I feel. Oh, and then this sucks. It's like we're up against Living End. I put back the Nihil Spellbomb. We play it on the play. We'd be in really good shape. But it's not an open decklist tournament, so put it down. Ugh, feels bad. Although I guess it's kind of nice that they're putting a creature in my yard. Yeah, Bowmasters are really good. I've been very impressed by them. They're just good cards. They put back Landos to play. I think because we have 4 rings in our deck, we don't want to put back the 3rd land. So I kind of want to ping my own Bowmaster. Let's see. Let me just ping them. Hopefully they play a regular cycler, not a basic land cycler. Okay. Yeah, I think I should just target them. It's kind of close, though. Just because, like, if they have any more cyclers, we get more pings, we have more damage in play. Yeah, pinging itself so it goes to the yard, so it comes back when our opponent living ends in a couple turns. Will the rings he play in the legacy? Yeah, it'll be a legacy staple in like in the ancient tomb format. I think it's gonna be hard to be tier 1 without playing black or green, without the printing of Halfling Bowmasters. Just Sky Color seems in shamble these days. I mean, this is a really convoluted way to word a question. Like, I like to play Jeskai Spike. Can I still play Jeskai? I don't know. But you could just ask that question instead of like. There's a good Jeskai Obosh deck at the moment. Are Bowmasters really that bad? Seems very fair. Bowmaster's a good card. Look what it's done this game. It's been it's been deal 3 damage to my opponent, make 4 power. They're down to 7. This may be like a sneaky Manifold Key on Tarmogoyf game. So how big will our Goyf be? We'll have instant, sorcery, enchantment, land, creature. Am I dead? They have 8, 16, 19 damage. But I get to block enough of it, I think. And I'm trying to think if there's any reason, not really any reason to like kill my own thing right now. Don't you want to wait and see what they take with Grief? Well, I want to be able to get my damage off the Bowmasters if I need my damage from the Bowmasters. Which I kind of think I do. 5, 5, 6. Yeah, so I pinged them down to 6. Tap Saga later after Grief and Outburst resolve. Yeah, exactly. I maybe just be good to get Shadowspear here still. Shadowspear 6/7 blocks everything besides the Grief really well. It was better to cast Bowmaster before living in, so you get 2 triggers. No, because if I Bowmaster kill my own Bowmaster, those 2 triggers doesn't matter. I'm not using the first trigger effectively. I'm gonna get Manifold Key. I think we have enough to where it's just like they can't send everything, or they're just gonna die. And if they leave things back, the Manifold Key fucks them up too. Yeah, you're good. You're good. And also, like, we put them in a spot where if they cycle, they're dead to the unblockable Goyf. Yeah, so if they attack just here... Alright, then this is unblockable. Wait, they're dead, though. They're dead if they have nothing. Maybe they're banking on me double blocking the Grief? Oh, damn it. Don't know how that didn't click. Obviously, if they have a turtle, we're dead. But that's like all we lose to. Or yeah, Borrower, the bounce effect. Second Living End. I'm ahead against Second Living End. I get Goyf Bowmasters. They have nothing. I think they're just dead with all these pauses. Wow. Who would win? Living End into 20 power or one little Manifold Key? So I want at least one Mite for possible Leyline. We don't want push. Terminate's like does have its moments, but I think it's pretty awkward. We got the Fable. The bolts are pretty awkward. One more Boseiju could be nice. It has a Leyline hedge. Maybe the Terminates are better than the bolts. See that being the case. Could see the Fable being better than the first bolt too. White Chalice in some decks on this one. Chalice is no Giganta, and like it's awkward because like Giganta is a card you want really badly against the Rhinos matchup specifically, less so this matchup. But it's like it's awkward that your Chalice is like a card that like you lose Giganta against Rhinos, and so like your Chalices are worse here because of that. I think on the draw I don't want the Fable. Yeah, Bowmaster was great that game for sure. I can keep Thoughtseize into Goyf and to find a graveyard hit off Saga. Awkward that we want to get Overgrown Tomb so we can play Goyf on turn 2, and we have Forest Boseiju so we don't have any red mana. Can even play Saga turn 1. Okay, I think with this draw we will get a Blood Crypt. You just plan on Thoughtseizing next turn. Might even be turn 1 Saga. Maybe. I think with the second Thoughtseize, we can hope they just don't cycle into the Cascader. There's no Blood Crypt. There is a Blood Crypt, but if we get Blood Crypt, we can't Goyf on turn 2 and play Saga. Why Terminate of all the removal? Because this is 2 mana kill anything. All the other removal is not 2 mana kill anything at instant speed. There is no other 2 mana kill thing. Unconditional. Even has an upside. But yeah, it kills Murktide, kills Archon, kills Titan. It just does it all. I'll play my Mite out. Is Terminate too strong for Pioneer? It doesn't seem like it would be a positive addition to the format. Why did Terminate post board? Kills Waker Waves, kills Generosent, kills all their cards. Just like you saw last game, like sometimes you have to play a game where they living end, right? You have to be able to sometimes like win these fights, and Terminate can help. Let's go for a Saga token, I think. If they found a living end, which they've had a lot of looks at, we're probably gonna have to go to game 3. Get to be able to play. Luminous, tier 2 for 6 months in advance. Thank you, thank you. Let's go. Okay, game 3. On the play. Fable a bit good enough. Let's play Fable Overbolt on the play. Made a comment about sideboard options being limited to Gruul. Would a color hoser like red Elemental Blast ever be something I could welcome in Modern? I don't know. I think it's fine that Gruul like doesn't have great sideboard options because it's a Blood Moon deck. I don't think that's inherently a bad thing. But specifically blue Elemental Blast, a red Elemental Blast I think would not be good additions. They are pretty unfun cards. Well, if you play Endurance is worse because like you want your graveyard hate to be artifact based because you're an Urza Saga deck, but also you're a Giganta deck. Probably not right to cycle all these Street Wraiths, right? You might want to pitch one to Grieve. Guess they just had a living and they always wanted to pitch to it. They have 4 cards in their hand. They have 3 more graveyard hate spells. Ding, ding, ding. Wait, they kept a 0. They kept a 0 land Street Wraith hand. I see. Do you have another force? No other force. Why Thoughtseize over Spellbomb? For exactly what happened. Exactly the thing that just happened. I cast Thoughtseize, my opponent forced it, and then I still have the Spellbomb in my hand. And like obviously they were able to grief it, but like if they only have grief and not force, I can take their grief, right? Gonna wait on the Thoughtseize. Then they don't have another cycler. They don't have a land cycler if they're gonna keep this hand. They just forget to cycle into turn. They draw it. I think they just drew this, honestly. Could be wrong. It's probably fine still. I don't think it makes sense to like take one of the 3 Cascade cards. I feel like you're a toast. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I have a Lantern in play. I have a good number of good draws too. It's kind of awkward that if I play the Jing Anthem, my opponent is just gonna, they're just gonna Wrath me. But I think that that's fine, because then I'll have Giganta in the yard for second Living End, and now I have Bowmasters at some pressure. I do think that they'll Living End of turn, but maybe I'm wrong. We have 2 more Graveyard Hate spells in the deck, too. Oh, yeah, they shocked in the Breeding Pool, so they just, like, forgot to cycle, I guess. So we will let the Living End go on the stack. Is there... I guess... it shouldn't matter that much, but, like, you... I think that they're always casting it to kill the Giganta. So their hand right now is Violent Outburst, Shardless Agent. Possible to wait till your hand is better. I think it's correct to cast this because I make them use it so then I can get other pressure down. I make them use it so I can get more pressure down, and then the next Living End I'll have a Giganta in the yard that gets to come back. Wow, we drew the ring so we win. Is how it just feels so often. We drew the wing so we won. Although I don't know, this game's kind of a weird game, right? We also drew 3 Graveyard Hate spells. Two. Yeah, the deck that wants to top deck, right? John's makes sense to play this card, right? They sometimes play 4 Living Ends. Sometimes it's 3 main, 1 side. Bowmasters down. I think putting Living on deck was good. I don't know. Like, I get my Giganta back. Could be. So let's Thoughtseize their next Violent Outburst before we commit too much more to the board. Could terminate our own Bowmasters here. I think I'd rather just have the Terminate. Okay, so I'm going down to 6, then I'm going to go down to 3. We'll let them basic land cycle. Yeah, and I'm going to leave up Terminate here over playing Ragavan, so if they do like draw a Living End, I can just kill my own creature. Bring it back. Shadowspear into dash Ragavan. It could, yeah. GG. 1-0. It is also on a 7-card keep. Many VIPs? It's got to be a lot. We've given like 5 in the last 2 days. 4 of them redeemed, I think. Maybe it was... Oh, sorry. I should have got Stomping Ground. How's your store matchup, Spike? Probably bad enough that I'm going to play Goyf plus Saga this turn so that I can get Nihil Spellbomb quicker. Or was it... I guess I could have cast the Pyretic Ritual to get an instant in the yard. Probably not that important. We can leave Boseiju up for Breach, maybe. Bowmasters is also probably pretty good in this matchup. Snap off the block. So getting Nihil Spellbomb up should, assuming they don't kill me in turn 3 after I kill their creature, should be pretty safe. Oh, they're playing the Channeler build. It's cool. Could be a good spot to just Spellbomb them. Spellbomb them, crack Spellbomb, ping the Channeler. Then my Goyf is still a 4/5. So let's do this first and see what we draw off the Spellbomb. Then we can go dash Ragavan and play Goyf. Tarmogoyf, a relic of the past, says chat. You can pry them from my cold, dead hands, says a Spike. So bring in the Graveyard Hates. Don't have anything else. I guess the One Ring is nice because you just fog them. So we can try to like slam the ring. They can't Grape Shot me, and then we can like have a couple explosives we could draw into. I'm gonna cut the Shadowspear. I'm gonna cut the Fable. I'm gonna cut a Wrenn and Six. We have Bowmasters and Wrenn, the pink channelers. So, oh no, let me play one Terminate, or maybe I can play both still. Oh, sorry, I didn't even cut them. I thought I cut them. Or cut the key. Maybe trim the ring. Although the pro everything's good. This is maybe fine. Yeah, I guess attacking first was probably better there with the Goyf. Although no, it wasn't because I wanted to dash the Ragavan. Seems like Inquisition of Kozilek is not so good. I mean, I'm playing a copy. I think it's hard to play like less than 5 discard spells as Jund, because like you really need to open them on turn 1 in a lot of matchups. Like ideally, I would kind of like to play the second Inquisition. Is the number of VIPs limited? I think it is, but like the limit's really high. I don't know what the limit is. Maybe someone in chat knows. Okay, nice to have some goblin insurance. BG Land, 10 months, thank you. Graveyard of Channelway. Spike would be playable of Black Red Revision with Rings. Yeah, that's what we're playing right now, Bolt. That's what we're playing right now. You know, a variant, right? Like it's all like Scam, this deck, Black Red Midrange, it's all the same archetype. Morphos, Ritual, Scour. Well, good news is their hand doesn't do anything. I guess I'm gonna take the Ritual. What are the chances you play a deck without the ring? I mean, it's possible. Like the metagame could really just be super hostile to it. But to me, it would have to be a metagame that's very weird and just very hostile to the ring, which could happen, but it's not there yet. Just take a Manamorphose, I guess. We have the Breach pretty locked up with the Spellbomb. So now with the Gifted Sub, thank you. So that was the draw for turn. What's also to the ring? Like a lot of main deck, Pithing Needles, Narset, Shieldred, Karn. But you can also play decks that like can just answer those kind of cards. Can I hit like a Consider? I want to cast a Cantrip. Just fire them, I think. EE on 2. I don't think so. I think I want to save this for goblins. My EE on 2 now. Do you think Narset tech popping up is solid enough to make a difference? Yeah, I do, but it's also like one thing about this dynamic is if you're playing a Narset deck, your deck also probably has 4 rings in it. It's like I don't think that it's going to be correct. Like blue-white control and Narset over the ring is not something I think I like. I think I would rather just play the ring if I was going to play blue-white. Let's make a green-black here, so I can play Bowmaster or Goyf. Guess a red bolt and save EE. That's fine. A fine thought. I think that the bolt is just going to kill them 2 turns sooner, so I'm interested in having it here. Although maybe I'm bolting the Channeler now. Bowmaster better to combat it. Okay, so Bowmaster is good against the ring. Although I played against Bowmaster a couple times yesterday with the ring, and I played the ring, let the protection from everything happen. Then I drew a card. Bowmaster couldn't hurt me, and then I just untapped, killed the Bowmaster, then drew 2 more cards. So it's not like it just like slam dunks, but it is good. It's like a nice hedge. For sure. Okay, let's give it Thoughtseize. Think Notion Thief will see more play? No, I think Notion Thief should stay at 0 play. Should stay at 0 play. Stuff. Just studying right now. The Boseiju looking awkward. We're gonna keep the Could be a good lead on Thoughtseize kind of game. I think that they're probably living in has been so common. I would, this is maybe a deck that gets better at open decklist too. Like, like am I supposed to play around the Murktide bolting here, or if they're living in, do I definitely want to play Ragavan? Rhinos maybe. Ugh. If they have Wrenn and Six in their deck, do I want to obviously Thoughtseize instead? Tough spot. Good draw though. Let's get, I think, basic Swamp and then go Thoughtseize plus Bolt. Scapeshift. Scapeshift is a deck for sure. I think I'm gonna take the Remand, and I bet they ice me on my upkeep, and I can flash in Bowmasters in response. Whoops. So I have Spell Pierce, Fire, Ice, Scapeshift. Okay, so now I'll Thoughtseize. And then if they ice in response, I'll play the Bowmaster, but then they Spell Pierce the Thoughtseize. Yeah, so we'll just take Fire Ice. And I think this is a spot where you just cast Ragavan. I know everyone loves dashing Ragavan all the time, but let's just make some mana instead and miss out on 2 damage. It's bad if they draw Wrenn and Six, but Bowmasters maybe can clean up Wrenn and Six. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, I'll just main phase the Bowmaster. I'm okay if they just don't get a land to kill the Bowmaster. That's okay with me. Also bad that they have the Spell Pierce and I drew the ring. This is why we dash. I don't know. This is they have one top deck to really punish me. Although I would have hit the Wrenn and Six and cast it. It was maybe correct to dash. I don't know. Alright, so Spell Pierce, Scapeshift, Mystery Card. Play dashing. Yeah, I mean dashing is safe for it's a much higher upside though to cast the Ragavan. I don't know. You don't always have to take the safer play. Especially against a deck like Scapeshift that is just going to kill you at some point. Although pro everything helps. Not having a custom in, only 2 mana. We would have made mana. Okay. Spell Pierce, Scapeshift, Mystery Cards. Okay, I am going to dash where I really want to guarantee enough mana to cast Ring and pay for Spell Pierce next turn. 2, 3 Reprieve and Burn. I would never play any number of Reprieve and Burn. Just play 2 mana Burn spells instead. Burn is just not a deck that can afford to play a spell like that. So this is just a friendly grazer. I'm gonna go ahead and terminate it. Likely low on terminate targets. Maybe a bit awkward to go down to 9 with the ring. Probably okay though. I'm happy also if they Spell Pierce this to maybe use my treasures because I. Would just not pay. Okay, so let's see if we draw a red source for Ragavan. Drew a Tarmogoyf. Play 1 to tutor with Karn Lord. That's been my thinking so far. Well, I guess we're dead to land. Could cycle Proving Ground looking for Thoughtseize. That's probably fine since we just have them dead next turn anyways. Be better to cast this pre-combat because of Remand. Although it could be better to cast nothing because of Remand. Maybe they don't have Remand. Then do a land. Their hand Scapeshift 2 mystery cards. Kind of an early concession, maybe, but whatever. Take it. I don't know if they knew we had lethal. Okay, not a lot in the sideboard for Scapeshifts. Seems like they're a straight teamer. I wonder if we could ever Boseiju them a bunch. Probably not a great plan. The rings are really good against them, though. I'm gonna cut the pushes. I'm gonna cut the terminates. They could be playing Dryad. I feel like with Remand, Fire Ice, they're probably not playing Dryad. We could be wrong. They knew about Ragavan? I thought... Did they know? Oh, they did know about that Ragavan. I forgot. I thought for some reason they didn't know about that one. Yeah, we can play Boseiju, which also kills Dryad. Just go up on Boseijus. It's also just more lands to cast Rain. Don't want to needle Wrenn and Six, because I'm a Wrenn and Six deck. Play a push, I guess. I just don't really have anything else. Yeah, maybe they're a ring deck, and I could play Haywire Mite. Sideboarding just gets so much easier with this deck if it's open deck lists. I don't think I can keep a no one-drop hand on the draw. On 7. Yeah, no fetch line, we'll just go to 5. Go to 4? Any 4-card hand with Wrenn is better than this. Probably go to game 3. Yeah, PTs are open deck lists, which I think would make a deck like Jund a lot better too. Especially just knowing how to sequence your turn 1 is so key. I could play the not Boseiju here, but then they're never icing or drawing cards into my Bowmaster. Maybe they have Growth Spiral, or it's just easy for them to play around Bowmaster if I shock. The One Ring bug should be fixed now. That's my understanding that it is fixed. How important is it to stay above 18? Probably not that important. We'll get to Bowmaster then. Yeah, the 9.0 grade is really good, and I feel like a 9 and a 10 is no different for this card. It's just a 1 of 1, right? So now with the 6 gifted subs, thank you. Got a gifted sub from Sanal, make sure to thank him. Tank, remand. Bambino, 15 months, thank you. Welcome back. So they're low on lands here. I wonder if they have a Spell Pierce and they were wondering, should I Spell Pierce? Versus Remand? If they do, then they're killing my Wrenn and Six. Spell Piercing my Wrenn. I will plus the Wrenn, although minusing is a consideration with the Fable draw. I'll plus if it resolves. But we did it. We thought about Spell Pierce and played around it. Be fun to win this game on a Mold of 4. They kill the Goblin Shaman instead of the army. 5 cards in their hand, 4 of them are spells. At least 4. Yeah, exactly 4. Shocking the Stomping Ground. Play Dryad. So let's just dig as deep as we can here. I'll be looting both these away. Although unblockable work is funny. We have just too many better draws. So if I dash Ragavan now, I put them down to 6. Just cast it, I think. You know why I haven't got 500 points for each sub? Is it limited once per day? I didn't even know you got channel points for gifting subs. I have no idea, Sanal. Okay, we'll go to game 3, and knowing that they are on Dryad, I can play, I think... I play both Terminates? I'm gonna cut the Manifold Key, or Spellbomb. We'll cut the Spellbomb. And play 2 Terminate, 2 Boseiju. And... we'll cut the... I don't know. Will I try Lotho again? I want to, yeah. The card was definitely impressive enough to cast it again. Haywire Mite does not kill Dryad, chat. A Fatal Push? I mean, Fatal Push kills Dryad. It's better killing Dryad than Terminate. So if I'm trying to add Terminate, cutting Push doesn't make a lot of sense. But Dryad, how many lands are lethal? 6. It had 6, right? Okay to, mold a 4 on the draw too. If we're gonna mold a 4, I'd rather beat it on the draw than the play. Hand's pretty good if Ragavan lives or we draw a land. They only have 4 bolts. Easy mold? It's not an easy mold. They only have 4 bolts. They also have Grazer, but I can push a Grazer. Yeah, I think because I can push a Grazer, I'm gonna keep. I'm also up on lands too. It's also like in this matchup, it's so important. It's so important to have a turn 1 Ragavan. Money draw. There's some hands that we could have that we'd be playing that, but not this hand. Looks like they have a Spell Pierce. It'd be good to have cut this Shadowspear too. Spell Pierce into Wrenn and Six pretty bad. Yeah, I wonder if it's ever correct to play the Dryad there, because then if they can't Spell Pierce it, and then it lets me cast Wrenn next turn, and if they have Wrenn, I can attack their Wrenn. I don't know. It was maybe correct to cast the Dryad. I don't know if I'll ever be in this like exact situation again. Another Saga. So if they remand this, we get to trigger the Bowmasters. We're also equipping the Shadowspear. Seems like they have a removal spell. Yeah, fire's a pretty big blowout. Terrace under the Saga. I'm pretty happy with that since I just have another Saga in my yard. Pretty sure I'm going to go Tarmogoyf into Inquisition, though. Which is like, if they have Remand, I'm still only playing 1 spell this turn. Stupid Remand. Yeah, I think PTs are a little under 300 players. I'm not sure what they are these days. And so I'm thinking of how good, yeah, Dryad would have been. Yeah, Dryad was maybe the line, huh? Here's a Valakut. I may want to, I may have to leave up a fetch to kill Dryad, so I'm going to just take a look at their hand first. They have Spell Pierce. I don't know that I'm ever paying for Spell Pierce anyways. We just mostly have to hope that they're mana flooded. Yeah, Scapeshift has been good for a while now. It's been doing work. People always like act surprised. Tank, Scapeshift. 1 damage to Wrenn. They love to see that. So do I Fatal Push this Dryad Grazer? Yeah, I think so. Obviously, a top deck Dryad is pretty scary, but I want to kill him. Ice my Goyf? Ice my Blood Crypt? Ah, fuck. Okay, well, they didn't have it last turn, but they had 2 more draws. When it says XD IDK concedes. This Boseiju is in like every single one of our opening hands. Mold a 5 on the play, or I keep this on 6. Let's go to 5. We're a Wrenn and 6 deck. At least we can cast Ragavan. Temple Garden. Keep draw red. I mean, we're on the play. I just like when you're a Wrenn and Six deck, you can just mulligan so much. Bowmaster's been really good on Dre. I've been liking it a lot. That was the key. We beat Living In because of the key in game 1. We were just able to like unblockable Goyf kill them. We haven't untapped the ring with it yet, but like we also haven't drawn that many rings. Let's play Naya. 4-color. 4-color. This is weird. Teferi sold the Sentinel is really throwing me off. Maybe we'll draw a ring and win. This feels like every time we draw a ring, I was like, oh, game over. Yeah, I'll just push the halfling now, grow the Goyf, leave 4-man up for the ring. Okay, not a bad position. We're pretty ahead on board. We're both top decking. They have more mana, but they don't have Yorion anymore. And we actually have a companion this time compared to like against the old Yorion decks. And his Island Mystery card. Right, well, it's Bowmaster instead of Giganta. I guess we'll just Bowmaster them now. They don't have like any. I guess they do have Esper Sentinel, but let's just get into damage. Now they did to a bolt. So they have a Solitude, I guess, if they're not conceding. So let's not attack with Orcish Bowmasters. A lot of life to use on the ring. And then not forget about Giganta. Top decked Halfling. Sentinel dies. I mean, I wouldn't want to let them have a card, but yeah, you can make them draw cards with your Bowmaster, I guess. I'm going to play my Giganta, but it could be weirdly better to the Thoughtseize since they didn't play a land. They could be holding a removal spell. It's just so mana inefficient to like wait on the Giganta. And they could also just very easily be sandbagging a land. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want the tech like this so that if they block the Bowmaster, all of a sudden future Bowmasters and Wrenn and Six are lethal plays, and I get that 5 damage in now. Think release the win is playable to blink the ring. No, the ring is broken. The ring is so crazy good. You don't need to play unplayable cards like Release to the Wind. Although notably they'd be dead this turn. But I think it's better to play around them drawing something than drawing nothing. Well, so they can't Cauldron me this turn. I can Boseiju anything else. They get Batterskull. You know what I'm going to do? It's a 4-color Omnath. I'm going to make it way better by playing the Stoneblade package and Esper Sentinel. Oh, sorry. Boseiju only 1 mana. I've been drawing this one of Boseiju so much this league. Alright, thank you, TZ. I hope that you did break it. Ring, 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 ring. Stoneforge, card advantage, Mystic. Also, pretty good case for Giganta this game. The 4-color Omnath Hammer guy. I feel like it just looks like Stoneblade to me. I do think I want a Haywire Mite so I can answer Cauldron. I don't know if I want to sideboard too much else. Alright, there's like a Mite over the Nihil Spellbomb. It's probably fine. Not gonna bring a Needle for just a fairy. How sweet to be if Joan are back on the menu. I mean, so Bowmasters is really good. Ring is really good. Bowmasters is really good in a ring metagame. This is maybe the best Bowmaster ring deck. And maybe it's not, but this is, you know, it seemed pretty reasonable so far. Also playing a Shieldred. I just don't want extra 4-drops, I guess. I think, like, I like the rings just being the top of the curve, and then your curve's really low, and you draw a bunch of cheap, like, efficient spells you cast off the ring. And you in this deck you have, this deck we do have our Shadowspear to offset the damage. Yeah, I agree. The Manifold Key has been, I think, nice. Bowmasters is also just kind of like annoying to answer. I'm also glad that I chose to just play the 11th fetch land than like any extra utility land. The mana is just always like it's always a little bit worse with Jund than you think. Kind of thought this was going to be their own ring. With them minusing there. I guess they went to minus because of the Bowmaster trigger. Okay, well, I'm going to get a Springleaf Drum. I did draw land, which is nice. Okay, pending the ring. We got a couple more where that came from. Like we're in trouble this game. Yeah, we definitely stumbled a little bit more than I would have liked to. We have game 3 on the play at least, if we can't get there here. We do have 2 more rings though. And, like, ring is just like the card when you're behind. Although this turn it may be good to like go Wrenn and Six, bring back Saga, then make a Saga token. Doom with the raid. Thank you. It's so weird to get a raid from Doom. It's kind of early for you too, right? Did you start early? What's going on? And then we can get a Haywire Mite maybe if they're holding up a binding for the ring. Just like Mite it. Friday, I go to FNM short Urza. I see. I guess I don't usually get to tune in for it, huh? Sword of Fire and Ice, huh? Okay. Pretty fine. I think I just take the hit. I could chump block, but I think I'd rather just like lose the army, get a construct. They get a 5-0 with Arbor off. Did you also have Delighted Halfling? Man, imagine if you could turn the ring into a forest and then you could untap it. The four rings and four time walks. I haven't seen that. That sounds kind of interesting. Okay, let's get a key. I can see do a Spell Pierce or Force. Land is really nice here. So I want to be able to attack with my construct. So we'll go Ragavan. I know it just dies to the Wrenn and Six, but that's also okay. Well, I'll attack the Wrenn and Six, I guess. This is the first game the ring may do something. Yeah, we really haven't drawn the ring much this league, right? I think they've just been like dead every time we've top decked it. Although pro red, I mean I can get Haywire Mite for Sophie. Another Teferi. So maybe I can't get Haywire Mite for Sophie. Oh, they bounce Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. It's a Kaldra. So I only have one Haywire Mite in the deck. Might have to save it for Kaldra. Although I can maybe bolt the Stoneforge Mystic. Losing 2. Might gains us that 2 back at least. Alright, let's just draw 3 before we sequence anything else. We drew the Haywire Mite, so maybe that was a mistake. I actually don't think I have another target. Oh, I can get Shadowspear. I still have the Shadowspear. Probably probably good to go Goyf, Wrenn and Six, might activation up. Do I want to ping the Teferi though? Or do I want to pick up? So I think I'm just going to ping the Teferi. Oh shit, I forgot to bolt the Stoneforge Mystic in this loop. I think that's fine. I can just Omnath. Yeah, I can just hold up Haywire Mite for Kaldra. And then I can Tarmogoyf is like my answer to this. For now. So drum, yeah, but I don't have enough mana to go Mite plus activate plus bolt. They can cast Kaldra. Yeah, but if they're casting Kaldra, like this like right now is we both have lots of cards. We need to use our mana efficiently. This is just like battle cruiser magic. So Mite here. Now the Kaldra is gonna be tough to beat, but I can try to race it. Well, if I'm taking yeah, I'm getting the gaining 2 here is pretty clutch. Also, you know, more rings I can play. Kind of a tough game to play 5 hours into the stream. Okay. So I'm gaining 6 there is big deal. Take 9 down to 9. I didn't bring in the second Mite. If we go to game 3, I'll bring it in for game 3. So we're gonna lose 3. Almost definitely playing another ring this turn. Could also key to draw more. Do I ever time to Inquisition? Friend Boseiju. Hey, Kaldra is indestructible. Oh, Shadowspear Boseiju. I don't have Boseiju though. Where's my Boseiju? Dig for it maybe? I'm gonna Thoughtseize. Oh no, Inquisition then. Kind of a pain. So do we think that they have nothing? Don't think that they have nothing. I don't think I'm supposed to ring to draw 5. Could ring to draw 5. Should I draw 5? I'll have 15 cards in my hand, and I'll play another ring, and then I'll discard 8 of them. But I'll discard like Thoughtseize, lands. That's not. I'm gonna bolt the Solitude. See how fast this resolves. It resolved pretty fast. I think that they're F6. Although I guess it's not a ton. It's still better to just tap the Ragavan to cast the ring. I should have already done this, but I don't want to. I don't actually want to like have to use the treasure anyways. There's like not really a thing I'm casting, I guess. Okay. What a hard game. So, Wrenn and Six down. Looking for a Goyf or Terminate or something that we can use to deal with the Germ because we have the Shadowspear, which is good tech. I always forget about that interaction. Draw 2 more. So I can Terminate the Germ now. So go play this Saga. Cast Bowmasters, ping Sentinel, activate Shadowspear. I guess they're just equipping though. Yeah, so I guess I'm terminating the Omnath instead. Or maybe I just have to play another ring. Is indestructible, not if I activate Shadowspear. I think Saga and the One Ring are a nombo, as crazy as that sounds. Oh, thank you for your feedback. Nissa. So I guess I'll just draw a card in this. What did they reveal? They revealed a... They still haven't decided. Another Omnath. Good to know about. Cycling it. It's good for us too. Triggers for Bowmaster. Not that that does a lot here. Let's go at their face. Yeah, Shadowspear could let me kill the Germ. The thing is, it's like really tough if they're just like re-equipping. Basically, Joel, our opponent kills you with fetch land, third Omnath trigger plus ring. No, I have protection from the Omnath right now. So I hope I can find my Boseiju. That's really going to be the key here. Just... a headache of a game. Don't need to make a Saga token now. I'm like basically never making 2 Saga tokens, so just float a mana, I think. Look at the deck. I think we have a good enough chance of finding the Boseiju that I'm going to just draw 3 more. Okay, didn't find it. I think I'm dead now. No, not dead. I don't know if I want to make Saga token activate Shadowspear or Terminate activate Shadowspear, so we'll just leave both up. Why are they main phasing this? Because they want to draw some cards. Flash and Nimble Bowmasters. I'm just dead if I do that. I can't take any damage. I'm taking 3 on my upkeep here. I'm not even sure because I can't. I do have a 4th ring in the deck. I should have 1 more ring. I think I have 1 more ring at least. Yeah, I should have. So I need to protection from everything again this turn. So we need to... Unless is there one in exile? There is one in exile, fuck. Alright, so I guess we're dead. Yeah, let's go to game 3. While we still have time on the clock. Crazy game. We're just like a little too far behind on board. We started bringing, stumbled in the early game. I'm definitely bringing in Second Mite. Second Mite maybe would have won me that game too. I trimmed the 4th bolt, I think, maybe? I don't know what we want to cut. Yeah, we didn't roll to 4 this game, did we? I have no memory of mulling to 4. Roll to 5? I don't know. I can't remember. The game was so long, I don't remember anything about the beginning of it. I'm gonna play kind of fast. I think we should be fine to go Mountain, Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, I remember we rolled to 4 against Scape Shift. Hopefully we play Esper Sentinel. Could be a halfling. It is a halfling, which I can't get through. Let's offer the trade. It's pretty bad if I don't offer the trade and my opponent has a Wrenn and Six. Pitching Esper Sentinel. So I guess we want to play Wrenn and Six this turn so we can go ping plus Bowmaster the halfling next turn. Oh, we're also lagging. That time went off my clock instead of theirs. It's also a hand that really needs to draw a spell, not a land. Why would Saga and the One Ring be a nombo? I think that they're saying that because you lose mana when you're Sagaing and drawing lots of cards, which I don't like really agree with this point. It's fine, so we can disagree. But also like the Saga finding you the ring for the key should like mitigate a lot of this thought, I think. Yeah, drawing land with this hand sucks. Bouncing my Bowmasters again. So I can kill the halfling again. Then I can kill the Teferi. Another Bowmaster seems fine also. Let's keep thinning though. Pretty good when you're flooded for your opponent to bounce your ETB creature. Could be a bit spewy. I think it's good to pressure my opponent when they're stumbling like this. You go put them to 10, ping them down to 8, not 8, and then put Giganta in my hand. These like aggro Wrenn and Six pings, people don't do them often enough, but like here I'm just like super flooded and like the Wrens, and I'm trying to aggro them. And it takes several turns to ping with Wrenn and Six. But it hits us with a GG's, it's crazy. Okay, well we're 4-0 with our first draft. First league, first draft. Let's get a 5-0 prediction. Well, we have a ring, so I guess we have a keep. I 5-0 league already, Jun Saga. I know, he's just have. Hell yeah. Up against Giganta, this could be Tron. Tron's been kind of popular lately. I recognize my opponent's username. I can't remember what they play though. Okay, oh, we don't have. We only have 3 Boseijus in the 75, 1 main, 2 side. And there it. Damn it! I went to press 2 to say U2, and then my keyboard didn't input something. Fuck. This sucks. If I wasn't responding to my opponent in chat, I would have not misclicked there. My keyboard also sucks. Yeah, so we would have been able to Boseiju turn 2. Fuck, it's just like that feels so bad. The gift to Boseiju, I just squandered it. Kind of a clean sideboard plan though. Such a bad matchup. Wrenn and Six Boseiju makes it a lot better than it used to be. The 4th Boseiju would help a lot. Need to swap the keyboard. I'm spewing equity. I might over Fable. I think being on Fable turn 2 with Ragavan on the play is pretty good. Mite's not very good against them either, but the first copy I think is something you want. Bowmasters can be pretty good. Let's keep this, I think. The top lane is obviously pretty awkward. Do you want all the rings against opposing cards? I mean, it's not like I have like all these Alpine Moons and great cards against Tron to play instead. Like I have like in my sideboard, I think no card that is good against like any good against Tron, with the exception of maybe second Haywire Mite, which isn't even very good either. Although maybe I guess with them being a ring deck, I guess I maybe do want more mites. Just gonna main phase the Bowmasters, so if they're gonna pop the relic, they have to get pinged. Their hand is Karn, 2 mystery cards. Could be better to take the Stirrings, but we can take the Stirrings next turn if they don't draw green. Which they're not like that likely to draw green, and some of their greens are like Chromatic Star Spheres, which at least trigger Bowmaster. Surprised they didn't draw you 2. Yeah, nobody's ever popped a relic in their entire life. Does this feel good or lucky? Yeah, there's no in between, so I'm not sure. There is no in between good or lucky though. We need a Karn the Great Creator. I was gonna need the relic. And we'll decide which we're playing here. Okay, take the Stirrings now that they found the green. I have a 3/4 Goyf. Let's play the Saga instead. It's like 1 less power, but the longer you wait on it, the worse it is, obviously. Ping you with the Bowmaster. There's so much more incidental stuff with Bowmaster that I didn't really even realize. And it's Karn Liberated mystery card, and we drew Boseiju, which is awesome. Let's just not loot anything away. Goyf the Boseiju the mine in their draw step. You just want to give them maximum chance of drawing a forest. Oh, they drew the Urza's Tower. They need a ring. Seems like some concession lag. Yeah. We could probably lose a game 1 anyways. Yeah, let's bring in the second Mite. Got the Shadowspear. Is Tron the best ring shell? The thing is, like, the ring is broken everywhere, and like the Tron doesn't like especially use it much better than other shells, but it is good in Tron. I think when they lead on Chromatic Star here, there's a good chance that they're relying on like an Ancient Stirrings or Scrying to get Tron. So usually I like to lead on Thoughtseize over Ragavan against these kind of hands. Although here they just have 2 Karns. Alright, so that is Karn liberated X2, Boseiju, Karn liberated. Okay, thankfully they're just on Karn liberated here. That card that doesn't really do anything ever. Dies to bolt. I guess they have this. The fact they have 2 is the problem. Yeah, so let's attack the Karn for 1 so they can't minus again. We're okay if they plus. Plusing doesn't do anything. No, I wouldn't play Karn liberated. I think the card sucks. It's like I just am like mostly ignoring it here, you know. It's like but there's a card in the Great Creator gets them the ring. I don't know. It's just there's better options. I posted a list not that long ago, but I can bolt their Karn, the Great Creator, attack their Karn liberated for 3. I guess better to do the Goyf too. I want to stop them from drawing a card with the ring if possible. Yeah, so this should just mean attack Karn liberated. Oh, I guess I should have got Verdant Catacombs. Because they'll get Overgrown Tomb. And so in response to this, we're going to bolt Karn, the Great Creator, then Haywire Mite the ring so they don't get to draw any cards. Just tap the ring on your turn, yeah. To avoid this if you're playing it yourself. Plays the Boseiju, their hand has liberated 2 mystery cards. Gets rid of my Bowmasters. Gigantha in the hand. Why not main deck Mite? Mite is dead in enough matchups that I don't want to main deck it, is why. It's not completely unreasonable, but that is why. I'm okay if they snipe the Gigantha with the Karn, so like we really have like more windows. And it stops them from going like minus super effectively. Still a tough game. Draw Boseiju? I don't know what they're getting here. Oh, the Mite, we exiled the ring so they can get ring again. JJ, 23 months, thank you. But they get Leveler. But they have another Tron land so they can cast Leveler. Well, don't think Springleaf Drum and Gigantha get the job done. Tough game. Obviously, that misclick game 1 was tough. I think we likely lose that game anyways. Obviously, we maybe they should have another like land searcher. We misclicked our first turn. That being said, this deck felt very good. I would definitely play it again. Maybe I'll play it in tomorrow's challenge. Let's see, we've been going almost 6 hours. I wanted to push through a little bit longer today. My brain is really up fucking fried though. Yeah, I think because we're playing the challenge tomorrow. I'm gonna try not to go too crazy. I'll do some off-stream work tonight. GG's Growing Pains. Good luck on your trophy.